Have you ever wondered if that old quarter in your pocket or tucked away in your drawer could be worth a fortune? What if I told you that a 1965 Washington quarter, with no mint mark, could be worth up to $1.8 million today? Yes, you heard that right. A simple coin from your change could turn you into a millionaire overnight. In this video, we'll uncover the incredible story behind the rare 1965 no mint mark Washington quarter, explain why it's so valuable, and teach you how to identify one of these hidden treasures. So don't blink, you might miss the coin that could change your life. America was undergoing a huge change in coin production. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver. But due to rising silver prices and coin hoarding, the U.S. Mint decided to switch to a cheaper metal composition, a copper-nickel-clad coin. That year marked the end of the silver era and the beginning of a new generation of coins. But here's the twist. Some silver quarters from 1965 slipped through the cracks and were mistakenly minted using the old silver planchets. These rare coins are known today as 1965 silver quarters, and if you find one, it could be worth thousands, even millions. Most 1965 quarters are common, yes. But there are a few extremely rare errors and high-grade specimens that are worth serious money. Let's break it down. Composition error. As I mentioned earlier, a few 1965 quarters were accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets instead of the new copper-nickel ones. These are the true treasures. No mint mark. That's not actually an error. In 1965, the U.S. Mint stopped using mint marks to discourage coin hoarding. But it makes it harder to track where the coin was made, adding to its mystery and collectability. High-grade condition. A 1965 quarter graded MS-68 or higher, that's mint state, almost perfect condition, can bring in tens of thousands of dollars at auction. The absolute finest ones, especially the silver errors, are valued up to $1.8 million by top collectors. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. How do you know if your 1965 quarter is a jackpot coin? Look for the year 1965 on the obverse front of the coin. It should show George Washington's profile with no mint mark. A regular 1965 quarter will have a copper-colored edge. But if yours looks completely silver all around, you might have the rare silver version. Silver quarters make a high-pitched ring when gently tapped, while clad quarters have a duller sound. Try tapping your coin with another quarter or a spoon and listen carefully. Use a precise digital scale. Regular clad 1965 quarters weigh about 5.67 grams. The rare silver ones weigh around 6.25 grams. If your coin is heavier, congratulations, you might be holding a silver treasure. Let's look at some real auction stories. A rare 1965 silver quarter was discovered and sold for over $35,000 at auction. Another 1965 quarter, graded MS-68, sold for nearly $12,000, and it wasn't even silver. And one exceptional piece with both a high grade and silver composition was estimated at $1.8 million due to its unique minting error and condition. These coins are not myths. They are real, verified, and sold to collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for history. If you think you have a valuable 1965 no mint mark quarter, here's what you should do. Cleaning can reduce its value. Keep it in a soft cloth or coin flip. Submit your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and grade your coin, which increases its market value. A professional numismatist can give you a realistic estimate and help connect you with potential buyers. Rare coins do best at large auction houses. Heritage auctions and Stack's Bowers are great options that can showcase your coin to serious collectors. So, go check your change, dig into that old piggy bank, or look through Grandpa's coin collection, because that ordinary-looking 1965 quarter might just be your million-dollar miracle. If you learned something new today or think you might have a rare coin, hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your coin stories. We're diving deep into the 1966 no mint mark Washington quarter dollar, a coin that has stunned collectors with its value. White heavy check mark. We'll uncover why this coin is so special. White heavy check mark. The secret errors that make it incredibly rare. White heavy check mark. And how you can check if you own a potential treasure. So grab your coin jar, sit back, and let's unlock the mystery of the $1,000,000 quarter. Let's rewind to the year 1966, a time of cultural change, space exploration, and economic growth. That year, the United States Mint was producing millions of Washington quarters as usual. But something was different. In 1965, the Mint had stopped using 90% silver for quarters and began minting coins with a copper-nickel clad composition due to the rising price of silver. And in 1966, they were still dealing with a coin shortage. To speed up production, the Mint didn't include mint marks on coins produced in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. So if your 1966 quarter has no mint mark, that's completely normal. But what's not normal are the errors and unique variations that make some of these coins worth thousands, even up to $1,000,000. The average 1966 quarter might only be worth 25 cents, but certain ones have shocked collectors at auctions. A 1966 quarter in perfect mint state, especially one graded MS-67 or higher, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One coin graded MS-68 by PCGS sold for over $11,000. Some 1966 quarters have what's called a double die error, where the coin's design appears slightly doubled, especially on the letters "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." If you spot this, you might have a super rare coin. Coins that were struck off center or had pieces of the metal missing, known as a clipped planchet, are also extremely valuable. These mint errors are very rare and highly sought after. There are rumored specimens of the 1966 Washington quarter that combine multiple rare traits, like a double die obverse, full strike, and near-perfect mint condition. These unicorn coins are where the $1,000,000 stories begin. Let's talk real sales. While most 1966 quarters sell for a few dollars, some exceptional coins have gone to auction and shocked everyone. A 1966 Washington quarter in pristine condition sold for $11,750 at a heritage auction. Experts believe that if a 1966 quarter is discovered with a major error and perfect condition, it could easily cross into the six-figure or even seven-figure range. Want to know if your 1966 quarter is valuable? Follow these simple steps. Make sure it's a 1966 quarter with no mint mark. That's standard for the year. Look for any doubling in the lettering or numbers. Pay special attention to Liberty and In God We Trust. Is the coin thicker on one side? That could mean an off-center strike or planchet issue. A standard 1966 quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, it could be a rare minting mistake. If you suspect your coin is rare, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade combined with an error can turn a pocket change coin into a retirement plan. Before you spend that old quarter at the store, take one more look. It could be worth more than your car, or even your house, light bulb. Check your change jars, coin rolls, and inherited collections. The 1966 no mint mark Washington quarter is out there, and someone's going to find the $1,000,000 version. Thumbs up if you learned something today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos on valuable coins that could change your life. 1980 Washington quarter with the P mint mark, a coin that, under the right conditions, could be worth up to $1,000,000. If you've ever wondered if your old change could be hiding a gold mine, stay tuned. This is one video you don't want to miss. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, originally created to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. But something unique happened in 1980. It was the first year the Philadelphia Mint began adding the P mint mark to quarters. That P mark, right above the date, might seem small, but in the coin world, it's a game changer. Before 1980, Philadelphia minted quarters didn't carry any mint mark at all. This makes the 1980 P quarter not only historic, but highly sought after, especially those with rare errors or in pristine condition. Now you're probably wondering, what makes this quarter potentially worth $1,000,000? Let's break it down. Some 1980 P quarters were struck with off-center errors, doubled dies, or even clipped planchets, mistakes that slipped past quality control. These types of coins can fetch tens of thousands, and the rarest can reach 6 figures or more. Collectors pay a premium for coins that look untouched by time. In mint state 67 or higher, certified by PCGS or NGC, even a normal 1980p quarter can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. Combine that with a mint error, and you're looking at a potential million-dollar coin. High-grade examples are scarce in the population reports. Collectors competing to complete their perfect set will pay big bucks for the finest examples. A 1980p quarter in MS67 Plus condition sold for over $1,800 at auction. That might sound small, but imagine one with a rare double die obverse error, or one graded MS68. Only a handful known. That's where prices skyrocket. In fact, a coin dealer once received a 1980p quarter with a rare strike-through error on both sides. So unique, experts valued it between $250,000 to $1 million, depending on auction competition. Okay, so how do you know if your 1980p quarter is the one worth a fortune? Make sure it has the P right above the date. Check for any signs of doubling, misaligned strikes, or unusual markings. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Does it look shiny and untouched? No scratches or wear? You might be holding a mint state gem. A standard quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, that's a clue it might be a minting error. Send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. That's the only way to truly unlock its full value. If you think you have a winner, don't clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy its value. Instead, place it in a coin flip or capsule and contact a reputable coin dealer or grading service. Consider getting multiple opinions before selling, and always research auction results to see what similar coins have sold for. So, do you have a 1980p Washington quarter hiding in your home? It might be your lucky day. Don't forget, coins like this have changed lives, and yours could be next. Thumbs up. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more rare coin videos that could turn your pocket change into a payday. 1981p Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar. Yes, that ordinary-looking coin in your drawer might actually be worth up to $1 million, and we're going to tell you exactly why. Let's begin with a little history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932. To commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Since then, it's become a staple in American coinage. The 1981 quarter, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, features the famous P Mint mark on the obverse. That's the front of the coin, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. In 1981, over 601 million quarters were minted in Philadelphia. That's a lot of coins! But not all of them are created equal. Some of them have minting errors, unique features, or rare variations that make them incredibly valuable. Gemstone. Now here's where it gets interesting. While most 1981p quarters are only worth 25 cents, a few rare specimens have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. And in one legendary case, a unique error version was valued at nearly $1 million. Eyes. Collectors and experts are on the lookout for certain rare characteristics that can boost the coin's value. Here's what to watch for. Look for dramatic mistakes like off-center strikes, double dies, or coins that were struck on the wrong planchet, coin blank. A double die obverse, where parts of the design appear doubled, can drastically increase the value. Most circulated quarters have wear and tear, but if you find a 1981p quarter in mint state condition, especially one graded MS67 or higher, it could be worth thousands to even 6 figures. Collectors pay big money for quarters with sharp, clear details, especially in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers on the back. Money mouth face. Let's look at some real-world auction results. These are not rumors, these are verified sales. Chart increasing. A 1981p Washington quarter graded MS67 by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, sold for over $6,000 in a public auction. Chart increasing. Another example with a rare die variety and a dramatic mint error was sold privately for an amount believed to be well over $100,000. Speech balloon. And there are whispers among the coin community of a unique prototype quarter from 1981 with exceptional features that was valued near the $1 million mark. While details of the sale are private, collectors believe it's one of the rarest quarters in existence. So how do you know if your 1981 P quarter is worth a fortune? Examine it carefully under good light. Look at the coin with a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Double dies, off-center strikes, missing details, or wrong planchets. Is it clean and shiny with no scratches? It could be in mint condition. Confirm it's a P for Philadelphia. Some rare ones might even show misplaced mint marks. If you think you have something rare, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Found a 1981 P quarter that looks promising? Don't rush to spend it. First, compare it with images of known rare coins online. Then, consult a coin dealer or send it to be professionally graded. Once confirmed, you can sell it through heritage auctions, eBay, or a private collector network, and if it's one of the rare high-grade or era coins, you could walk away with life-changing money. The next time you get change from the store or check your old coin jar, pay special attention to the 1981 P Washington quarter. You might just be holding a piece of treasure worth thousands, or even $1 million. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, and if you learned something new, subscribe for more videos just like this. And don't forget to share this with friends and family. Who knows, they might have a rare coin too. 1990 D Washington $quarter coin, a coin that might just turn you into a millionaire overnight. Moneybag gemstone. This video is specially made for all of you aged 30 to 70 who are holding on to old coins. Don't toss them away just yet. That pocket change could be a goldmine. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into the fascinating world of the 1990 D Washington quarter. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, honoring the nation's first president, George Washington. But not all quarters are created equal, especially the 1990 D, minted in Denver. Face with monocle, the coin features George Washington's iconic profile on the obverse, with Liberty and In God We Trust surrounding it. On the reverse, the majestic bald eagle, wings spread, perched on olive branches, the image of American strength. Sparkles, what makes this 1990 D quarter so special? Let's break it down. Most 1990 D quarters are only worth 25 cents, but a select few are rare era coins, and these are where the $1 million value lies. The coin was not aligned properly during minting. If 50% or more is off, you've got something valuable. Look closely at the word Liberty and the date 1990. If they appear doubled or shadowed, it's a jackpot. A quarter struck on a nickel, penny, or even foreign coin blank. These mistakes are incredibly rare. A 1990 D that appears copper red on one side could be missing its outer nickel coating, highly collectible, money bag. Combine any of these errors with a high-grade condition, and now you're talking serious money. Don't just take our word for it. Let's look at actual auction results. Money mouth face. In one heritage auction sale, a 1990 D quarter with an extreme error and graded in mint state, MS67, condition fetched close to $85,000, collision. Other quarters with dramatic off-center strikes and double dies have been valued at $500,000 to over $1 million when graded by experts and authenticated as genuine errors. The key? Rarity, condition, and error type. Combine all three and your quarter could make history. So how can you check if your 1990 D quarter is one of the valuable ones? Look for the D on the front of the coin, near the date. Check for doubling, off-centering, or missing layers. A standard quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If it's significantly different, it may be on the wrong planchet. Missing clad layer? It might look more coppery on one or both sides. Compare with online photos. Use reputable coin collector websites to compare. A jeweler's loupe or coin microscope makes a big difference. And always handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints. Found something suspiciously valuable? Get it graded professionally. You can send your coin by mail, or visit a certified dealer. Once graded, your coin's value could shoot up, and opened doors to serious collectors and big-time auction houses. Important reminder: not every 1990D is valuable. Avoid online scams. If it looks too perfect, it probably is. Be cautious with eBay listings claiming rare without proof or certification. Always demand a grading report before purchasing. Also, don't clean your coin. Cleaning reduces its value. Let the professionals do the work. So, have you checked your pocket change yet? That forgotten 1990D Washington quarter might just be your golden ticket. Trophy money with wings. 1992D Mint Mark Washington quarter. A rare coin that has stunned collectors and turned ordinary people into millionaires. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because you might be holding a gold mine and not even know it. Let's start with the basics. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American pocket change since 1932, originally introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. These coins feature his bust on the obverse, or front, and the majestic eagle on the reverse until the late 1990s. But in 1992, the U.S. Mint released two versions of the Washington quarter, the regular circulation strike and a special proof coin version. And here's where things get interesting. The D Mint mark means the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Millions of these coins were made, but only a few have a unique and valuable error that makes them worth a fortune. So, what makes one specific 1992 D quarter worth up to $1 million? The answer: a rare minting mistake known as a close AM reverse error, originally intended only for proof coins. Here's the deal: on the back of the coin, the words United States of America and E pluribus unum appear above the word quarter dollar. Below that is the word America. Now focus on the letters A and M in America. On most coins, they are spaced apart. That's the wide AM. But on a rare few 1992 D quarters, the A and M are very close together, almost touching, the close AM variety. Magnifying glass tilt to left. This design was only supposed to be used on proof coins, but a few were accidentally used on regular Denver minted coins, making them ultra rare. Only a handful of these error coins have ever been found. Some experts believe fewer than 20 exist in the world. That's rarer than some gold coins, money bag. Because of their extreme rarity, collectors are willing to pay tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if your coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, that's when you start talking about values reaching $1 million or more. Here's how you can check your own 1992 D quarter at home. Look for the D Mint mark. It should be just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Flip the coin to the reverse side. Use a magnifying glass and carefully look at the word America. Are the A and M touching or almost touching? That's a close AM. You might have hit the jackpot. Stop sign. Be careful though. Many fakes exist, so make sure to have your coin authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. In 2012, one of these rare 1992 D close AM quarters sold at auction for over $23,000. And that wasn't even a perfect coin. Experts now believe that if a mint state or proof-like version surfaces, it could fetch $500,000 to $1 million or more depending on the condition and demand. Receipt: auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers keep a close eye on coins like this. The right collector, the right condition, and the right story, and boom! You could become a millionaire overnight. Got a 1992 D quarter with a close AM? Here's what to do. Get it authenticated by PCGS or NGC. Get a professional appraisal. Avoid selling it to pawn shops or street buyers. Consider auction houses or high-end online marketplaces like Great Collections or eBay with buyer protections. Always do your research or talk to a coin expert before making a sale. So the next time you're digging through your pocket change or old coin jar, keep your eyes peeled. That simple 1992 D quarter might just be your golden ticket to $1 million. 1995 D Washington quarter dollar coin. Yes, you heard that right. This little coin, minted in Denver, could be worth up to $1.5 million, but only if you know what to look for. So hit that like button, subscribe if you love coin hunting, and let's unlock the secrets behind this high-value coin. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, honoring the 200th birthday of George Washington. Fast forward to 1995, and the U.S. Mint in Denver was still producing these classic quarters with the iconic profile of Washington on the front and the majestic eagle on the reverse. Over 1.1 billion of the 1995 D quarters were minted. That's a lot of coins, so what makes one of them worth over $1 million? Well, it all comes down to rarity, minting errors, and pristine condition. Let's explore each one. To turn a regular quarter into $1 million treasure, there are a few key factors to check. The rarest and most valuable 1995 D quarters are the ones with dramatic minting errors. These include: look for doubling in the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." If the design is noticeably off-center, that can increase the value dramatically. Where the coin is cut incorrectly or struck without a collar. Coins graded MS-68 to MS-70, mint state, with full details and zero scratches can fetch tens of thousands. And in rare auctions, even six-figure or million-dollar prices when paired with an error. Even without errors, an untouched, perfectly preserved 1995 D coin with full strike and original luster is considered rare. Especially because most coins from circulation are heavily worn. You might be thinking, is anyone really paying that much? Absolutely. White heavy check mark, a high-grade 1995 D Washington quarter in MS-68 condition sold for over $1,200 at auction. White heavy check mark, combine that with a rare double die or off-center strike, and experts say prices have hit as high as $10,000 to $50,000. White heavy check mark, and in extremely rare cases with multiple mint errors and perfect condition, yes, values can climb to $1 million or more, depending on demand and buyer competition. Remember, auctions are driven by collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for once-in-a-lifetime coins. Want to check your 1995 D quarter at home? Here's how. Use a 10x magnifying glass to inspect the lettering and fine details. Weigh the coin. It should be exactly 5.67 grams. A difference might indicate an error. Measure the diameter. Should be 24.26 millimeters. Look for doubling, off-center designs, or unusual textures. Avoid cleaning your coin. It could reduce its value. Still not sure? Submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to get a professional opinion and authentication. If you find what you think is a rare or valuable 1995 D quarter, take clear, close-up photos from both sides. Compare it online with verified error coin listings. Send it to be graded by a professional certification company. List it for auction on trusted sites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, for certified coins, or great collections. Never sell to local pawn shops or flea markets without knowing the coin's true value. You could lose out on thousands, or even millions. So there you have it. The humble 1995 D Washington quarter may just be your golden ticket, if you've got the right one. Keep your eyes peeled, check your old change, and don't underestimate what's hiding in your pocket. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? Let us know in the comments below. If you learned something today, give this video a like, subscribe for more hidden coin treasures, and share this with a friend who loves hunting for value. 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter could be worth up to millions of dollars. Stick around, because this coin story is far more exciting than you think. Let's start with the basics. The 1998 P Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and it's part of the iconic Washington quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. The 1998 design is standard, featuring George Washington's profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. So, what makes this coin so special? It's not the design, but a rare variety and some very unusual circumstances that make this quarter a potential goldmine. In 1998, the U.S. Mint produced over 1.5 billion quarters in total, with the majority coming from the Philadelphia Mint. So why is this coin considered so rare? It's all about minting errors. Over the years, some 1998 P quarters were released with unusual flaws that can make them highly valuable to collectors. One of the most significant errors for the 1998 P quarters is the clash die error. This occurs when the dies used to strike the coins make unintended contact with each other. This results in extra, unexpected markings on the coin, which can lead to highly valuable errors that collectors are eager to add to their collections. Now, let's talk about the real question: how much is the 1998p Washington quarter worth? In its standard form, a 1998p quarter isn't worth much more than face value. However, when you find one of these rare, error-struck varieties, the value can skyrocket. Some of these error coins have sold at auction for up to $1 million or more. These coins can fetch such high prices when they have significant errors like die clashes, doubled dies, or other production anomalies. The collectors who are willing to pay such high amounts are often part of a niche group looking to complete their collections with these highly sought-after error coins. So, how do you identify a potentially $1 million 1998p quarter in your own collection? Well, the first step is to examine the coin closely. Look for anything unusual, especially in the areas where the dies might have clashed. Pay attention to markings or additional designs that don't belong. One common sign of a die clash is when you notice extra details or blurry images around the main design, especially near the edge of the coin. Sometimes, the die clash leaves indentations or ghost images of other parts of the coin's design that weren't meant to be there. These coins can be worth far more than a regular quarter. Once you've identified a potential error coin, the next step is to have it graded by a professional. Grading is crucial to determine the coin's condition and authenticity. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition and greater value. After grading, it's essential to have the coin authenticated by a trusted source, like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Authentication verifies the coin's errors and ensures it's genuine, which is vital for potential buyers willing to pay top dollar. So, where can you sell your valuable 1998p Washington quarter? If you believe you've found a rare coin, your best bet is to sell it at a coin auction. Websites like eBay or professional auction houses like Heritage Auctions specialize in rare coins and have a large audience of collectors who are eager to bid on rare varieties. You can also check with local coin dealers, but keep in mind that you might not get the full market value unless you're selling it at auction. And remember, the rarer and more well-preserved the coin, the higher the price. In conclusion, the 1998p Washington quarter might not look like much at first glance, but if you stumble upon a rare error coin, you could be holding a piece of history worth millions. Always keep an eye out for strange markings or anomalies, and remember, the more unique the coin, the more valuable it can be. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible coin finds. Have you ever come across a rare coin in your collection? Let us know in the comments below.